Hello 302 families, my name is Miss Cochran. I'm going to be your student's teacher this year. Many of you know me from last year, from the remote learning or from the IEP meetings and as being the case manager, but I'm really delighted this year that I am going to be the full-time middle school cluster teacher. On behalf of myself and the other educators in our classroom, we just want to say that we're so delighted to be working with your student this year. As you know, we are going to be starting off remotely. So this video is to just talk about what our routine is going to look like and what materials need to be set up at home to be able to participate fully in our remote learning. So I'm just going to start off with our morning schedule and to go through the resources that we'd like to put together so that you have everything that you need for your student for online learning, or remote learning. So in our morning block, we will be doing face-to-face Google Meets from starting at 8:15 and going to noon. We have 4 things that we're going to be doing in the morning. The first is starting with a morning meeting. Then we're going to go into phonics and reading, which we will be we'll be breaking out into small groups or working with your students one-on-one via the Google Chat. Then we'll go into the writing and writer's workshop, and then we'll end out the morning with our math. So, as I said, this video, I'm going to talk about the materials. One of the things that we have been asked is to put together our what do they call class supplies list. So I wanted to go through what we've done is we will be setting up binders for each one of our morning activities, and then in the afternoon we will be doing science, social studies, social emotional learning, and life skills. And I'll talk about that in further videos because I want to just focus on our morning block to begin with. So for each one of these areas, we have developed binders so that you can grab the binder and have all of the information that your child needs. These binders are going to be individualized to your child's learning level, so we'll make sure that it's right on track to where they're at. But I wanted to go through the basics of what these binders look like. Before I get started, I just wanted to say that I know that this can be quite overwhelming. So if this is something that you would like for our team to put together for you, then let's have that conversation because we can definitely do that. I can recreate all of these binders. But if you want to get on it and do it yourself, then I will let you know what the materials are that are needed. So for our morning meeting, every student will have their own binder. When we go back into school, we'll bring these binders back in. So they will use these binders all year. This is the Good Morning Meeting binder, and I have listed on our Google Classroom the copies of all the pieces that we need to have in here. So just to let you know, the morning meeting will start off with a hello and a welcome. We will do how are you feeling today? Third, we will be counting to 100 and doing some skip counting as a group. The fourth thing we will do is be counting the number of days of school. Then the fifth thing we'll do is a hygiene checklist. Sixth, we will talk about the weather. Seventh, we will be doing the date. And the last thing we'll be writing a question of the day. So what I'll be asking is that all the families send in a picture of your student. So like I've put in here myself, we will be doing a good morning song and rich routine where we'll have all the students' pictures on there. Then we'll be doing I am feeling. Some students will have a more basic chart, and then I also have a more detailed emotions chart that we'll be working on with the students. So depending on your student's level, the emotions will vary. Things that I wanted to show. is in the binder, you're going to need some plastic protector sheets so that we can put these papers in, but you'll also need a pocket folder. So this is one of the pieces of paper that we'll be using when we'll do the school count, the number of days of school. So every day we will be writing in a number. For our students that are still forming numbers, we've got the dot numbers on the back side, and then students that can independently write numbers or copy numbers from the number chart. So this needs to be just in a pocket folder so that they can pull it out, because we'll be writing on this every day. But the hundreds chart we'll just be using as, we'll pull that out every once in a while, because we'll be coloring in, when we start learning to skip count by 5s and 2s, we'll be coloring those pieces. So you'll need plastic protector sheets with your binder, a pocket. It can be either one-sided or two-sided. This particular one only needs to be one-sided. Then what I will be getting some base 10 blocks from school, so you don't necessarily need to buy the base 10 blocks, but I would recommend that you get like a pencil, a 3-ring pencil, case, so that we can put our base 10 blocks in here. You're going to have 10 ones, 10 tens, and 100, because we're going to be then using our base 10 chart to be counting the number of days of school. So in addition to the binder, the sheet protectors, the pocket, then you'd also need a pencil case. But then the rest of the pieces here are going to be in the protectors, and then at the end you'll need some sort of lined paper, either loose leaf or in a notebook. And if it can be 3-ring included, this was just an old one that I had in the cupboard that we can use, and then we'll be doing our question of the day on the back. So that's our Good Morning binder. As I said, all of the pages will be posted on the Google Classroom. If you don't have access to a printer, I will print out these color copies at school and have them for you. If you feel that putting together a binder like this might be too complex, then when we have our I want to have a phone conference with everyone before school starts, just let me know and we can arrange for you to send me the materials, and I can put it together for you. So lots of different options, but this is going to be our Good Morning Meeting binder, and every student will need to have one, and we will use this on a daily basis. So what I'll do is I'll pause this video before I go through the next 3 binders and how they're going to be set up. So looking forward to having your student this year. Very excited about the curriculum and the instruction that we're going to have remotely.